Hey everybody, it's me, Andrew. Get out into nature and tune in for yourself. Resonate with the Earth's electromagnetic field via 432 Hertz, the universal frequency. Balance out psychologically and emotionally and further strengthen your brain and your heart's coherence as well. Get a plant-based diet going for yourselves today and nurture yourself right back into life. We are literally herbivores in our nature. Further balance out your physical body's pH level and to get with alkalinity, then you can generate some static electricity. Send me some love telepathically, set attention to your mind, and set intention to communicate. It is all there is to telepathy. You are now tuning in to great days. So today I'm going to talk on constantly learning things in your day-to-day life, right? Simple little observation, right? That I personally have come to, and I'm gonna help you to kind of understand or get in tune with the same type of realization, right? So let's get into this. So um I guess an observation, right? While I'm observing things or observing things here within myself, I come to see that we're constantly learning things, right? The universe is constantly teaching us. We're constantly teaching ourselves through the universe, right? And we're constantly learning things. This is like 24/7. Even when we're dreaming, we're learning things, right? We're constantly learning things. Um, and you kind of just got to observe yourself a little bit, right? And come into the understanding that you're being taught by the universe, right? Taught, thought. You tune in and you can understand, you can see that you're constantly learning. Okay, kind of like machine learning is literally the exact same thing. When you look at machine learning, it's constantly learning um, from itself, right? So it's teaching itself. So it's just helping itself learn, and it's the same thing with the universe. You're as the universe, you're constantly teaching yourself so that we or the universe evolves, right? And to get really in tune, you got to kind of break into what is being taught, what is being learned, right? So you got to observe, you got to you got to dig into it. What is being taught to you or picked up from yourself on a higher dimension, right? And with what you're learning, you're pretty much expanding in many different aspects of your life, right? And this kind of ripples outward, and everybody can also um, learn from what you're learning, and you can learn from other people from what they're learning as well, you know? So it's kind of just like it's extremely contagious because it's all the same organism teaching itself, learning from itself, and expanding, you know, and evolving, growing and whatnot. Um, Now you're getting taught all these lessons, um, these various different lessons you're being taught, right? And this is constantly, um, which is not a bad thing because you can tune in and out of it if you want to. If you want to understand where it is, you know, where the growth is, you can tune into it anytime for yourself. If you don't really care, then you can kind of just tune out and you can just continue to do whatever it is you're doing, right? So you can be aware of it, you can be unaware of it. But as you come into it, as you get in tune with it, and as you start to bring it into perception, you you start to understand all this lesson that's being gifted to you, and it brings you into a lighter density, because usually it's pretty much involving death or dissolution of ego, right? Because this is where it's leading up to. So you're pretty much lessening, right? You're lessening in density, and where it's going is ego dissolution, right? And this is for everybody. This is burning in the gnosis, um, being taught by yourself with relationship to it, connection to it. Um, and the more that you're able to burn in the fire of self-discovery, the more that you're going to lighten up in density. Um, so you're learning, and through that learning, you're lessening the various different things that you've been carrying, right? The densities is lightening up, and you're expanding awareness through that entire process. So, um, you can either be aware of it, or you don't have to be aware of it, or you can be aware of it. It's completely up to you, but it's going on in the background. It's going on either way, you know. And that's the development in process. So so you connect yourself with it, and it allows you to accelerate that whole process of lightening yourself up in density, you know. um, so you come into a more etheric state of awareness, which is needed for universal resonance, right? Which can actually lead you to extension of your lifespan, and keeping more youthful states, things like this. But these are just more trivialities of it, because it goes infinitely deeper with the potentialities of connecting yourself etherically and getting in resonation with the universe, right? So most most of the things to be found within that are going to be discovered by you uniquely, as you're able to get in that resonance, you know. But then there's also things that are most definitely shared collectively, when you are able to connect yourself and strengthen up the type of relationship, um, and expand your knowledge on self. So um, tune in to your personal development and your strengthening relationship with self, and observe yourself throughout the day, you know, and expand your awareness, kind of like a radio station. You know, you got to kind of tune into a radio station, you get the channel, and you can listen in to what a specific radio station is doing, right? What music they're playing, whatever it is. It's kind of the same thing with yourself, right? You kind of got to tune in to yourself as a radio station or as a channel, and you got to listen to your own inner being, and the deeper that you can indulge in that channel, the more bliss you're going to get out of it, right? And the deeper your relationship with self is going to be generated as well, right? And the more you're able to deepen that, the um the process of lessening density comes into the whole thing, right? So this basically means that you're not within that, you're not going to be as dense, physically dense as you are vibrationally, but you're going to be able to lighten yourself up. You're going to be able to come into a lightheartedness, um, which is needed for ascending into the next stages of your soul's development, right? Instead of having to reincarnate here once again as a human or a lower being like an animal or something like this, right? So you can actually climb up the ladder by lightening yourself up. You can accelerate the whole process of development of the soul for yourself, and and this is what you're being taught all the time throughout the day, each and every moment. But you're a lot of people are unaware of the whole process of getting taught this by the universe or by yourself. You're literally teaching yourself is what I mean by this, because they're not tuning into their own channel. So you got to tune in to your own channel, and you got to listen to what is playing on that station, on your station, your inner being. And the more, once again, the more that you listen to your own radio station or to your own inner being, the deeper you can get into your own inner being, your sensor, the more meditative you'll become, the more bliss is going to erupt, uh, and the more expansive you're going to become as well, right? And it accelerates everything. So I do thank everybody for watching once again. Peace out, one love, and have a great evening.